Aloha everyone, this is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with your Starseed Sunday. We're going to look at the Starseed messages. So whenever you find this message, it's timeless. But we're going to look into those Starseeds and Lightworkers. Now, while this is being filmed, we have just started Eclipse season for 2022. So we have just had, excuse me, my dog's doing the most right now. Hold on, sis. And so we just had the new moon in Taurus with an eclipse. So lots changing at this time. And so I just wanted to look into the energy of the Starseed Collective to get a beautiful message about, what is this eclipse bringing in? What's it leaving? What are the directives from our Starseed team? Any encouragement? So I am going to call in all of the Aumakua, which is our ancestors and spirit guides, and I'm going to call that in from all of us. So whoever will watch this video, okay? And how I'm going to do that is by choosing to take a little piece of Hawaiian salt. And then I'm going to light a little Palo Santo for the occasion here. Because this just feels like a really big shift, a good shift. What I've been getting is that a lot of true relationships are coming together, both romantic but soul tribe style relationships. We're coming into contact with our people, so those of us who are Starseeds origins and hadn't met anybody. Ooh. We're getting the expression, so I'm having a lot that's clearing from the throat, okay, for the Starseed collective here. Beautiful. Head and throat, okay, so we're making ways. There's going to be more clarity, more clarification. Heart chakras opening, throat chakra expression. So what I've been finding for myself, not only are these couples and soul tribes coming together, but one of the messages I've been getting for myself personally, but they've been showing me that it's a collective kind of message, is that now the world is ready for the vibrations that the Starseed Collective has. That's going to help those that are just now waking up, okay? And through the transitions that are currently happening on the world stage, okay? So before, it's like there are certain projects and certain things that we've wanted to do. Like many of you, depending where you're from, may feel like you have a very strong mission, but it's like you've been coming up against opposition with that. And what my team has been saying is that it wasn't that you aren't on path, it's just it wasn't time yet. So it's like we as Starseeds and Lightworkers vibrate at such a high rate. My kahuna would tell me, like, as he was teaching me, he's like, Stephanie, take nothing personally, because you are high voltage. Not everyone can sit with you for very long, because I was having the experience of people sitting with me, but then getting nervous after a few minutes. And so, 20 minutes would go by and then they'd have to leave, or they'd get, and I was starting to feel like, okay, do I smell bad? Like, what's happening here? And it wasn't that. It's just what he was saying is that my vibration naturally was helping people to change. And sometimes folks aren't ready for that. But what Spirit's been showing me is that now collectively, many people are waking up. So those vibrations that we have are necessary for the collective, and they're ready to assimilate them now, where before they were not. Okay, so beautiful energies here, because we are building the new earth. And one of the things that I have been instructed to do lately, and I don't know if you've been feeling this as well, has been to envision what life on earth in a perfect way would look like, and just spend some time daydreaming. What does it look like? What do the communities look like? Personally, what does that look and feel like? Okay, what am I hearing? Like, are the vibrations calm? What does nature look like? And so it's like there's been this envisioning process, and particularly for those of us who were born in female bodies, okay? It's the divine feminine. So we all have divine feminine parts for us. They're showing me the Hawaiian system, and those of us that are born female, we dream the new earth into being, right? And those that are born male protect in order for that dream to come to fruition. They protect and build. Okay, so that has nothing to do with our preferences otherwise, okay? Because everybody's included, okay? We need the two-spirited peoples as well. So there's a dreaming that's been happening at this time, okay? And so some of you may have really feminine energy, but may not have been assigned feminine at birth, right? And so you also are dreaming it, okay? Because this has to do with the divine feminine energy, bringing the dream to fruition. Okay, let's look into it. What do the star seeds and light workers need to know? What messages from our collective need to come through for today that's going to help us along our path? Okay, that's one. Okay. And one more, they said. That one. Okay. So, beautiful here. We have Hiraeth, longing for home, homesick for the stars. Okay. So, this starseeds and light workers, you may have been in a position lately where you've really been longing for home, feeling a little bit homesick for a place that you don't quite remember. Okay. But you do remember it, if that makes sense. Your home that is not Earth. And there's been a lot of that. I've been feeling that as well. And so our teams are acknowledging that we have had this longing for home. We're doing our best to integrate here on Earth. But what they're saying is that you are not alone. Okay, so this talks about isolation, physical connection, and community. So as I was saying before, there is definitely relationships coming together at this time of our star seed pods, okay? So this is our soul tribe family, people who are similar to us, who have similar missions. Like, I feel like for the last at least 10 years for me, what I'm seeing for the collective is you may have known bits and pieces of your soul tribe, but a lot of it was actually those who have been star seeds communing with people that are from other star seed origins to kind of learn and assimilate the different patterns of those of us who are increasing the light on Mother Earth. Those of us who are here to do the grids, we're learning kind of our opposites. We're learning the parts of us that aren't as natural, right? And so though we may have been connecting and communing with other star seeds, we may have not been connecting and communing with those from our soul tribe, like our specific star seed system. It feels like we've been learning from the other systems so that we can all, and I've got chills everywhere right now with that, so that we can all unify as a group and everybody learn their forte, learn what they're good at naturally, okay? But also learning the other things from the other starseed systems that are here to work together so that we can assimilate and work together as a group. Because, you know, Earth is this beautiful melting pot of galactic energy as well. Again, I'm having chills everywhere. So it's like in the cosmos, you know, an Andromedan may not talk to the Pleiadian that often. Like, you're not, unless you're traveling, okay? There wouldn't be necessarily a reason for that. So it's like on Earth, there's this meeting point. Sirius is the meeting point, or in the Hawaiian language, it's called A'a. And so Sirius is like the portal to Earth, okay? And those of you who have Sirian starseed, Like myself, that's one of my emanations. You'll feel connected to that. But there's this like melting pot that happens here on Earth as well. Okay, we've got you got the love. So this is Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. So I feel like right now the starseeds have gotten a little bit tired. It is time for the love, but you're learning boundaries to move out of codependency. Hadarian energy is so beautiful and it's so loving. This is that universal love, that cosmic love. Here, I need a little drink of coffee here. That sometimes enmeshes itself with others. It's not on purpose, but you naturally are so sensitive and love so much that there's a call to boundaries here. So while you are still doing your work and helping to activate other people, this is saying that there's a need to have those strong boundaries within self so that you can continue your work, okay? So that you can be with your soul tribe. This also is telling me you're changing from codependency to interdependency, where you're standing strong within yourself, where maybe before there was codependent like tendencies. Now you're going to be interdependent, working together with your soul tribe loved ones. But it's almost like what I'm seeing is this universal love that you have, but the boundary is also your soul team that's going to be helping you to create more energy for what you're building or what you are sharing with the world, but it's also protecting your beautiful hearts, okay? And then we have baby steps. It says action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense, okay? So this is saying no need to go too far too fast, but you're going to be shown the way through your intuition, which we all know this. If you identify as a starseed or light worker, we have been asked, if you have been properly initiated, you have been asked to have faith, to trust, okay, to move forward without all the information. My mentor once told me, Stephanie, understanding is the gift. Intuition says you move forward on faith, and if you get understanding, it's a gift to understand what happened or how things work. It's not the requirement. Okay, so understanding is the gift, not the requirement for action. So a lot of people wait around, even starseeds try to wait around until they understand everything and want to see the whole picture before making that inspired action step. When you've been feeling in your heart and in your gut, and your people have been trying to get you to move forward, okay? You don't have to understand the whole picture to make inspired action, but do it with baby steps. It's not about leaping so far ahead so fast that you miss steps, okay? This is saying take baby steps one step at a time, but do go into action. So if you haven't inspired something on something that you want to make, or a connection with someone that you would like to make, your Starseed team is saying take that baby step, follow the intuition before it makes sense, and then you'll get the sense, okay? Then you'll get the understanding. And I love that. That has pretty well always been the case for my experience. You guys can let me know in the comment section below what your experience has been, you know, with Spirit asking you to make a move before it makes any kind of sense, right? Even how I've gotten to Hawaii, you know, and my Hawaii journeys and things, and being asked to live here, all came from taking the inspired action before any of it made sense. I'm just now learning some of the things that I was inspired to do, or ways I was inspired to breathe, 8 years ago, right? So we don't always get things, the understanding right away, okay? But we still have to move forward. Okay, what else? We're going to look at the White Light Oracle. Beautiful deck. This isn't an ad or anything. I just really love it. So it's White Light Oracle by Alana Fairchild. It's been very useful to me. I've meditated on them for a few months when I first got these cards, like every day getting a different card, and it really helps through your spiritual evolution here. Okay. We have 12, the perfume of Sophia, and then I'm going to read this. So 12 may be important for you. There's the 12 tribes. Okay. It says, here we go. You will be able to sense the best timing and approach to take. To create space for healing and resolution, connect to your body and ground yourself in the here and now with body-friendly practices. You will find your way intuitively and instinctively, even through confusing circumstances, where one moment you are sure the answer is no, and the next moment you are sure it is yes. Give up trying to figure out the answer right now and remain open with positive and relaxed expectation that clarity shall emerge spontaneously according to divine timing. Okay, so that second message, it says, trust that your questions about your life will be answered. There is as much grace in veiling a truth as in revealing it. There is a beautiful Sufi teaching that destiny is granted with compassion. There is a time to prepare for knowledge, a time to receive it, and a time to live it. Okay? Knowledge, action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. Okay? So you're being called to faith right now. And you're being called to, I know I spent most of my life with a know-it-all attitude. Okay, so if you tend towards having to know it all, because many of you do have a plethora of knowledge to the point of like, it's extremely amazing. But if you feel like you have to know it all, this is letting go of all that you think that you know. Spirit will give you the understanding and divine timing. This is also saying get into your body. So doing some exercises, being out in nature, taking those baby steps towards yourself, towards what is right for you, because that's going to bring in your flow. That's going to bring in your people. I love that. And even talking about it, my sinuses are starting to clear. Excuse me. But that's good, because any blockages here through your third eye system or overuse of it, getting into your body is going to allow things to move. Let your body move you forward rather than you trying to make the actions happen. I said this one and that one, and then we'll be complete. So we have 35, the Pearl of Sharo. And this one I have to read to you guys. All right, it says, taking responsibility for your experiences empowers you. You're going to resolve an issue through spiritual inspiration and higher guidance. You will rise up in full connection to your spirit and access a wealth of divine treasure. That which has brought darkness into your world shall submit to the light and be transformed. Have courage and commit to your awakening, for you are a precious being and can go far on the spiritual path in this lifetime. Sharo is a Tibetan word meaning to arise or manifest and shine with radiant spiritual light. Sharo is the outcome of sacred alchemy. It is the manifestation of the pearl beyond price. It's beautiful. It says, for the soul, life is something like a multidimensional art class that is allowed to create with absolute freedom, with the understanding that it will be responsible for its creations. Whether our choices create liberation or enslavement to pain is the responsibility of human beings. So this is you stepping into sovereignty and choice. Things that may have been a little bit stunted, as I said at the beginning of the reading, are about to come into the light. There's about to be movement forward, okay? So that is really beautiful. And then last, we're going to close out with Queen of the Nagas. Nagas are the beautiful, they remind me of dragons or lizards. I think that's the Tibetan word for it. Yeah, India, Nepal, and Tibet call it Nagas. In Hawaii, we call them Mo'o. Okay, so it says a sacred task exists for you to fulfill. It is to be found through connection to your heart. Be open only to those most authentic teachings which prove helpful to your continued spiritual progress and personal freedom. Cleansing your body, mind, and heart and soul will be of particular benefit at this time. Powerful, subtle energies are helping ensure your success. Believe that many positive synchronicities and unexpected allies will rally to support you. Again, the boundaries. You are not alone. Unexpected allies. Okay, so you are, as we already know, you're important at this time. And as we talked about before, you're coming into connection with your spirit team. You're going to get the understanding and the green light for your creations because they're important. So anything that has been kind of veiled for a time, it's going to come forward. But they're saying take the action steps before you even know the outcome. Take those baby steps. And lean on your spiritual team, both in spirit, but you also have physical tribe members, soul connections that are coming in that are going to feel absolutely like you are understood, and they're going to feel like home. So where you have felt homesick previously to your place in the stars, now you're going to feel like you finally connect both to the land that you're on, but also to the people that you're around. Okay, so thank you guys so much. That's what I have for you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. I very much appreciate that. For those of you who would like to enter the contest for May, free to enter, free to win for a 30-minute session with me personally, here's how you do it. You be a subscriber, so subscribe and hit that bell button if you haven't already. Like and share this video, and then in the comment section below, let's put baby steps, and that lets us know that you want to be entered into the contest. June 1st, I will do that drawing on a video and announce the winner, and hopefully it is you. So keep shining, you beautiful star seeds and light workers. I love you so much. Here's to moving forward and the gift of understanding later. So intuitive action, soul tribe, and beautiful union. So loving that. Until next time, aloha.